Okay, we're going to look at the left hand from Comptine by Yann Tiersen from the movie Amelie. There's 4 chords in this. We have E minor. We then have a second inversion of G major. We then have the first inversion of B minor. And root position of D major. So that is going to loop right throughout the song in the left hand, and a nice way to remember it is that you're constantly going up 2 alphabetical letters at a time. You're going from E to G to B to D. And again, we're going from minor E to major G to minor B to major D. So that's the loop of the chords. Obviously when we get to D we go back to the E. So the left hand sequence is 5 and 1, then 2, 4 and 1, 2. I'm just using the chordal notes. So E's to B, G and E to B. And we do that twice. Then we have, using our G second inversion chord, D to B, G and D to B, same again. Then our B minor first inversion, D, F sharp, B and D, and we keep the same structure, 5 and 1 to 2, 4 and 1 to 2. And finally the D major, D, F sharp, A, D, 5 and 1 to 2, 4 and 1 to 2, and repeat. Now this time if you look, you'll see how I use the fingering for this. In order not to confuse myself, I keep using fingers 5, 4, 2 and 1. Feel free to use finger 3 if it's more convenient for you, but I like to keep the fingering the exact same for all chords myself. So, just watch the fingering this time. Okay, if you find any of that awkward, especially on the G major chord, feel free to substitute it for finger 3. Okay, as we say, that's the loop for the entire piece, and in order for the rhythm, it will go like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, which gives you a bar in that key, a B minor. And then we get a bar in each of the other keys for the song. So G major, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and in B minor, 4 and then D major, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that, as we say, is the left hand for Comptine. Good luck with that. Any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, the right hand of Comptine from Amelie by Yann Tiersen. He uses mostly chordal notes to begin on, and then plays the notes either side of the chordal note in the scale of E minor, which is the key of the piece. So the main notes, we have the E minor scale. Those are the first 6 notes from the scale. And these are the notes he will use in the melody. So he begins, we're in E minor, and he begins on G, which is a chordal note. Plays G, the note right beside it, F sharp and back to G. And another chordal note, and the note above it. So B, C, B. So chordal note below chordal note above chordal note. So that's the first little bit. Then for G major, he begins just below the chordal note and comes on to the chordal note G. So F sharp G, then G, A, G. So very strong on the G. And for the B minor chord, he begins on the chordal note again, F sharp, the note below it, and back. The B note itself, the note above, and back. So chordal, chordal. And finally the D major chord, again F sharp is a chordal note, F sharp, E, F sharp. So all together, in E minor, in G major, then B minor, and finally in the D major. And the next section, the use of chordal notes is much more evident. We go up in an E minor, we play chordal note to chordal note, E, B, then G major, D to B, then B minor, F sharp to B, and then D major, F sharp to A. Okay, so that bit